What's up, everyone? Game Master 468 here for the next part of my Kidz 64 walkthrough. If you remember from last time, we arrived here in Wallow Hollow in search of a way to open that mysterious door in the parking lot so we can hopefully escape this weird dream that Sev has found himself inside of. In doing so, we found that the town has been taken over by that young gentleman right over there, this owl dude, who just happens to match the owl that's on the front of the door that we're trying to open. And we're trying to figure out a way to get him to open the door. We did some exploring, we unlocked a drill power-up that allows us to dig around, a little warp power-up, and all that good stuff. Pretty cool stuff. We eventually found out that we can maybe do something with that owl if we figure out how to unlock the drill, the spinny chamber over here. But we were told that the spinny chamber is kind of busted up because the 5 disco balls that are needed to make it work have been kind of scattered about all over the place. So that's what we're going to try to fix up in this video. We're going to be going around and try to find the 5 disco balls so we can reactivate the spinny chamber. Remember, 3 of the disco balls got taken up to the cliffs. I think the zookeeper had one. One might be guarded by a dragon, I hear. One was taken by a bird mistaking it for an egg. I know, because I ate up that egg for dinner. Delicious. Absolutely worth the trade. Don't judge me. I'm still around with God. Last one is somewhere past that there door. You seem like a reasonable gentleman. Alright, so we got some leads on where these 5 disco balls are. The first one is actually in here, in this little gift shop area. If we climb up this bookcase and then climb up this little ledge there that I failed miserably to grab, let me try to do that again. There we go. Alright, in the previous video, when we unlocked the spinny chamber, he lifted this platform up so we can get on this bouncy thing. So we can access some new sections of the gift shop, such as this guy right here. If we go over here, we can do a little homing attack on that moose there. So we can go straight into that thing like a boss. Oh my gosh. I did not mean to do that. I mean, I totally meant to do that because I'm the game master, and therefore I do cool things without even trying to, really, you know. I'm just that good. I don't mean to flex or anything, but, you know, I'm just that amazing, you know. Anyway, there's a little XP cube over there, and then the first disco ball is over here behind this section. Here we are. That's what we're trying to look for. That's 1 up, 5 down. So yeah, what I was trying to say is you can homing attack that moose, and it works just like the bubbles and the owls that we homing attacked in the previous video. The little horn bash move. It works exactly the same way. Continue over there, no problem. Alright, so now for the second disco ball we need to find, we need to go to the, we need to activate something. Let me try to go over here. I get turned around a lot in this area. It's quite a big, sprawling area, as you can see. Alright, get out of here, you knuckle sandwich. Alright, to get to the second disco ball, we need to ride this elevator here, but you can see the crank is missing. So we need to go and hunting for some cranks. There's actually 2 cranks hidden here in Wallow Hollow. Only one of them is needed, it's required to progress through the game, and the second one is just to get some extra XP. But since we're going to be going through and getting all the XP at a later time anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and show you where both of the cranks are right off the bat. Just go ahead and just cover all of our bases and make things easier. So the first crank that we're going to go for, I guess it's this one. I was going to go for the graveyard one, but I guess since I'm going this way, I'm going to go for this one instead. Alright, so here is, it's next to the, over here, let me go over here. There we go, so this section where we climbed up this roof to get to the top of the spinny chamber to unlock the drill power-up. Alright, if we go behind here, you can see we have a little pathway here. We can only access this area with our drill ability. So we can go down this little path here, like so. Alright, got some new places to go to here. Spiders, yay! If you headbutt them, make sure to jump and grab their web right after. Otherwise, that looks like a long way down. Ah, yes, alright, yeah, there's some spiders there. We're gonna worry about those later. I don't think it's important for this section. Where we need to go to get the crank is over here. We should be across this ledge. We can go down these little grapple hook things so we can get this XP cube. Here we are. Boop! Alright. We have some new creatures here, these little bug snippet things. If you get too close to them, they'll do that. They'll do a little snip attack at you. And you cannot jump over them. Don't even try to do that. Don't even attempt it. Because those snippet things have a very, very long reach. So, whenever they start getting near you like that, just go ahead and do that. They go under the little pole thing. Same thing for the ones on going below, right there. There we go. Pretty simple stuff. You can just easily just go back and forth to avoid whatever bug you need to. And here's our first crank right here. Alright, there we go. And then when we get that crank, we get a little shortcut, so we can go back up here. Which loops us back around to the start of that section. Alright, now for the second crank, the one I actually meant to get first, but Dirt, apparently, went for the more challenging one instead. It's here, back at the graveyard. If we go this way, near these 3 gravestones, we can see we have a door here, and we can only unlock this door if we reach level 2 in our XP journey. Luckily we are at level 2, so we can just head past that, and we can head straight inside. Alright, we have some things we can fiddle around with. We have a bomb bird in the cage. Probably will need that for a later time, but we're not going to worry about that right now. For now, let's open up this chest over here, which will give us our second crank. Sweet. Alright, now we have both of our cranks. We can go ahead and proceed and get the second disco ball. Let's go ahead and slide this crank right in there. There we go. And once we head up here, we're going to be stopped by some cylinder block thingies. That ain't good. But luckily, if we just do some wall jumps to get on top of the elevator, we can head bash them. Slot those inside. And then we can proceed forward. Same thing with this one up here. We gotta do the exact same thing. Do a little wall jump up here. Well, almost failed miserably, but salvage it anyway. Slide that in place, and now we can go all the way to the top. Awesome. Alright, so let's go over... Oh, jeez! Okay, yeah, we got ourselves a little dragon dude here, but luckily we can just do the little head bash. Okay, we got another one. And then another one. Okay, it's just Dragonception up in here. But yeah, we can do the little head bash thing to... Okay! I was gonna say we could do the little head bash thing to, to homing attack and get across the gap, but I failed miserably there. Because he decided to bite my kneecaps off like a crazy person. Let's make our way back up there and try that again. Alright. There we go. And he tried to do the same thing that other dragon did, but not this time, Buster. Alright, we can unscrew this to give us a little shortcut back. If we fall down there again. Doop doop doop. And that's fine, because if we go down here, we have some XP cubes hidden underneath the dirt, so we can grab those real quick. There we go. Alright, now let's loop back up here. Doop, and what do you got for us, Alexis? What's up? Oh, brave knight, thou hast slain the fearsome dragons. Actually, I'm not so sure if those dragons are slain. In fact, they're probably pretty mad now. Oh, we can get on that roof from here also. Yes, we can, but we don't really need to right now, though. Do you think those dragons' heads all have one body inside the cliff? I'll bet they do. I guess we'll never know. Yeah, it'll forever be a mystery. The world may never know. It's just like the Tootsie Pop commercial. How many lifts does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? I don't know. I'm sure one person has tried at some point. Maybe. It's the internet. Someone's crazy enough to do it. Anyway, we go up here. Now the dragon's gonna start breathing fire on us. So we go up this pathway. So be careful. You just gotta time it when they stop. Pretty simple stuff. Let's wait. And then on the other side over here, we have our second disco ball. Here we go. There we are. Alright, now for disco ball number 3, we're going to be going to a new section of Wallow Hollow. I guess that was also a new section, but we had to go through an old section to do it, but this was entirely new. So, yay us, I guess. Got some XP cubes on this wall here. And this, I'm breaking sequence just a tiny bit. I'll show you the way you're supposed to get over here in a second. But while I'm down here, I'll go ahead and blow this up to give us a little shortcut through this wall. Pretty simple stuff. And before we proceed forward, I'm going to show you how how you're actually supposed to get on the other side of that wall. So over here we have this little cylinder, little platform thingy. And you have to see we have two little bridges attached to it, as well as these planks with a little head bash symbol on it. You can head bash them in order to rotate the platform around, like so. You can do that, go left, right, whatever you want to do. All we gotta do is we gotta head bash that, slide that into place. We can go back up these stairs. See Daisy. Alright, and that gives us a pathway to this section, which will have our next disco ball. Alright, there we go. Keep that little platform in mind, because we're actually going to be using that multiple times throughout our visit here in Wallow Hollow. So, be ready for that. Also, I guess I'll also show the way you're supposed to get those XP cubes. We have this little turtle here. He's an adorable little fellow, isn't he? Alright, so he's going to follow us around. We can lure him around. So we do a little dig thing, and then jump out while we're underneath him. He'll fall on his back, and you can use him as a trampoline. Do a little ground pound on him, you can get up here to this wall, and then you can get the XP cubes that were up here, but we got them earlier, so it doesn't really matter, but that's the intended way you're supposed to do that, so, there you go. Alright, now to get disco ball number 3, and we have ourselves a bit of a platforming puzzle challenge here. As you can see, we have some blocks here. We head bash this, it's gonna slide that out, and we have another block that's inside that we need to slide out. We can fix that by just jumping on this one that we knocked out. Dig through this wall here. And then we can head bash this. And that will slide that block out, allowing us to proceed forward. Alright. Let's make our way back up here. Oopsie daisy. Whoop, here. Okay, let me try that again. There we go. Alrighty. And here we are, our next section. Alright, how are we on health? We're good on health, I don't need no stinking health things. What's up, Alexis? I love the zoo! Last time I went to the zoo, it was just a couple of muskrats and a cow. Maybe this zoo will be better. How am I gonna get in there, though? Oh, I can't dig under there, can you? Oh, you can't dig under there, can you? Maybe you can dig under something else? Maybe. Those big turtle guys will follow you all around if you stay close to them. Don't get too close, of course. Their spikes are gonna hurt. Maybe they don't have spikes everywhere, though. Thank you, Alexis, for giving the hint that I already explained how to do, like, 5 seconds ago. Alright, so the next disco ball is inside the zoo, but as you can see, we have a little thing blocking our way, which is a big problem. There's a bomb bird. Oh, you can't really see it. It's kind of blocking, but there's a bomb bird up this roof here that we need to get to, so we can blow up the entrance to get inside. And as Alexis said, we need to get this turtle and lure him over there. First, let's talk to this guy. What do you got for us? Oh, Mazu! What can be done? I knew the owls would ask me to close it, but I just needed to clear out the oozy rats infestation first. Now they've blocked it off completely. Who can fathom what it must be like inside there by now? Oh, dear. Oh, it's a big problem. It's such a big problem, you're telling me the same thing twice, so no! Alright, we're gonna fix this dude's problem. First, as Alexis said earlier, we can do a little homing attack on these spiders here. But be careful, though, because they're gonna do that. If you, try to homing attack while they're doing that, you'll get hurt, so be careful. So if you do that, and then immediately jump, you can grab onto their spider webs and climb up. That'll be pretty handy. We're gonna do that, get that XP cube there. And then before we proceed forward, I forgot there's also another sneaky... There's the bomb bird. You can see it up there. There's another little sneaky XP cube hiding back here behind the zoo. Little jerkish little placement there. Alrighty. Alright, so now we're done with all the option stuff. Now let's go ahead and get back to the main objective. As Alexis said, let's go ahead and get this turtle here. Do what we did before and lure him over. Alright, dig under there. And boop! Alright. Now we can get this bomb bird. There we go. And now we can go ahead and blow up this entrance. Sweet! Alright, so here we go. Once we head inside, we're gonna have ourselves a bit of a challenge. Okay, we got, as the guy said, some Uzi rats. And we got an oxygen meter up there. This whole area is poisoned. There's acid everywhere. If you fall in, you're gonna get hurt. And that is not good. In order to clear out the acid and the toxic ooze, we need to defeat 6 Uzi rats. They're scattered all around the zoo here. The first one is up here. And they're gonna run away and make a very annoying sound every time they do so. Is that fun? Are you having fun yet, guys? Is that fun? I hope you are. Alright, enough of that. Get out of here. Alright, should be worth mentioning. So, like, each enemy mostly takes 3 hits to kill. And when I say that, I mean you have to actually fully commit to the 3-hit combo to kill them. Like, they don't individually take 3 individual hits to kill. You have to actually do, like, the full 1, 2, 3 for it to count. If the combo gets interrupted, then they basically just get full health all over again. So, just thought I should point that out. We got a little air thing here, so we can refill our air. Fresh air. Heck yeah. Alright, that's gonna be useful. Alright, Uzi rat number 2 is over here. We need to dig through this wall. Let's get rid of this guy. Very nice. Alright, dig through here. Get ourselves some more fresh air. Alright, now we need to go to the left. Dig through this wall here. Alright, it's behind this cage. What we gotta do is dig under this little gap here so we can get to the other side. And take care of this guy. Ugh. And burp a whole lot, because that's what Game Master 468 done does. I don't know. My burp makes me rapidly dissolve English at an alarming rate. Send help immediately. Okay, thanks, Sev. I don't know why. See, I told you the burp is making me lose my intelligence rapidly. Help. Yeah. Alright, let's try that again. Oh my gosh, Civ, really? Okay, I have to go back and get fresh air now. Because he keeps messing that up for some reason. Okay, come on, Civ. Alright, up this pipe. Over here, grab the wall hook. Grab the ledge. What is wrong with you? Are you okay? Like, like, seriously, bro. What's the deal? Okay, if I go up here and then do it, will he do it? There we go. Jeez. Okay, we can go over there now. I don't know why the heck that ledge was so finicky. Alright, we got some gas. We need to time our jump across. There we are. Alright, here's Uzi rat number 4. There we go. And that conveniently takes us right above the fresh air to give us a little top off. Alright, in order to proceed forward, we need to go over there. But before we can do that, we need to dig over here again. Jump on this barrel, and if we do a ground pound, that'll give us an extra platform so we can proceed forward. I probably shouldn't have done that. No, I shouldn't have. That was a mistake. Alright, but here's the platform. Now we can get to this side. Alright, and there's the next Uzi rat right there. Excellent. Alright, now we only have one more to go. All we gotta do is jump up this wall. Gotta do a really simple little platforming challenge. We got this little swinging cage here. And then we need to jump inside of. There we go. Latch onto these pipes. And there's our 6th and final Uzi rat. Scream no more, you annoying little gooey, disgusting... We did it. Alright, now, that gives us our... is this our 3rd disco ball? Yes, it is. There we go. Disco ball number 3. Awesome! Alright, what do you gotta say for yourself, dude? We did it! Yeah, the zoo has been resanitized! If you happen to find any loose change under all the ooze, you can keep it. Now let me guess, you want me to go and collect all the animals back too? Oh, no, they all got ate up by the owls. Oh, okay. However, if Mr. Owl ate my metal worm, yes, the metal worm is indestructible. He may be off in a pile of owl pellets someplace. Or possibly owl poo. Well, one of the two. Oh god, why did I ask? Okay, cool. We'll keep that in mind. That's another side thing we're gonna be focusing on later. For now, let's go ahead and head on down. Now, to get the final 2 disco balls, we actually need to get level 3 in our XP. But the XP cubes that we have access to doesn't really get us close enough to reach that level. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to actually get a couple XP crystals so we can proceed forward, which kind of breaks the flow of what I normally intend to do. We're showing all the major collections in one go. But that's alright, I'll just show the locations of the one we're about to get again when we get back to actually doing that properly. So let me go over here. The first XP cube I'm gonna grab, we're gonna need this bomb bird. Now we have a little crack in that little glass ball there. If we shoot that, that unlocks a hidden XP cube. Excellent. Then the second XP cube is not the one that's up there, even though it's right up there, but you have to like go through a whole like time challenge thing to do it. I'm gonna go for an easier to collect one, which is behind this cage here. All we gotta do is go this way. There we go, and as you can see, we got some dirt that we now have the ability to dig into. So let's do that. And I'll take us straight inside the cage. There we go. Awesome. Alright, so there we go. Now that we have level 3, we can go ahead and get the remaining 2 disco balls. And one of them, conveniently, is actually right nearby, if I can get my directions correct. There we go. This way. Alright, the next XP cube, the next disco ball that we need to collect is over here behind this door. Boop! Doop, doop, doop. Alright, we got ourselves a little chamber here. Alright, and then proceed forward. We need to dive underwater. Let's get some XP cubes while we're down here. We got one over here. And another one over here. Alright, now we need to push this button. Now we'll lift up a platform so we can proceed forward. Alright, so what are we trying to do here? We're trying to unlock a panel that will give us a pathway to the next disco ball. In order to unlock that panel, we need to climb this pipe. Or I guess like a monkey bar, like under the pipe, rather. We have 2 screws we need to hit here. There's the first one. And we have another one here. There we go. There we go. Alright, so now that panel's open, we can loop back around. Whoop, 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 okay. I was trying to go down a different way, and then I changed my mind last second. Alright. Let's go up here. Alright, so when we turn this crank, what's gonna happen? We're gonna find out what the heck that chamber actually is. It's a music box that sounds absolutely horrendous. Oh my ears. Oh gosh. Okay, ignoring that ear-piercing sound, we just gotta climb this ledge here. And as you can see, the music box opens up, along with the pipes that are attached to the lid. So now, we can actually climb up on top of the music box, which gives us access to this cliff, and alongside it, our 4th disco ball. There we go! Sweet! Alright, now we only have 1 more to go. Let me see if I can get down here safely really quick before it closes. Okay, okay! I almost got down there safely, and I failed at the last possible second. Jeez, but there we go. That's 4 disco balls down. Now the 5th one, we're gonna go back inside the gift shop, where it all started. Alright, let's get that health back that we lost. Boop. There we go. Alright, we're gonna climb back on this bookcase again, like before. There we go, I'm gonna do the bouncy thing, but this time, I'm gonna go over here and climb on this ledge. Careful, like, little, bird pecker things. Doop, doop. Gotta time that right so you don't get hit, because they will knock you off, so be careful. Hit. Alright, that jump's a little tricky to get up to. There we go. Alright, there we go. That gives us our third door. What's up, Alexis? Uh-oh, did you climb all the way up here expecting to get through this door? No, we got it, Alexis, don't worry. I hope your level is high enough, otherwise don't forget to come back here when it is. We got it. Yeah, let's go inside. You opened it! Neat! There's probably something... there's probably still gonna be another, one of these someplace, though. Yeah, we already took care of that, Alexis, don't worry, we got it, we're smart. We're pro-level gamers. I've played, Fortnite. I've not played Fortnite. I've not played a single second of Fortnite. Nor do I intend to play any Fortnite. It's not my thing. Alright, we gotta defeat both of those enemies so that we can unlock that gate there. There we go. Now the gates are open, we can head inside. Oh, and the music stopped. That's a little ominous. Well, this turned into a horror game all of a sudden. Okay, well, I guess we're going to, very cautiously unscrew this tomb open. And doing so will give us access to a new enemy! It's those turtle things, but now they're on their little tippy-toe stubby legs. And we can't just do that, because they're gonna block our punches. That's not good. So what we gotta do a little headbutt on them first to stun them. Then we're gonna do a 3-hit combo. And then when you do that, that's still not gonna kill them. Then you gotta jump on them and ground pound them to officially defeat them. Boop. Do that once again. Headbutt, punch, punch, punch. And then ground pound. Yeah, so gotta put in a little extra effort with these enemy types. Luckily, there's not a whole lot of them in this game, so don't worry, don't have to deal with them too much. So yeah, so now we've defeated 3 of those. That gives us our 5th and final disco ball. Alright, we did it! Got them all! Now we can head back to the spinning chamber and we can properly activate it. So let's go ahead and do that now. Whoop. Whee! Get on down here. What do you gotta say, bro? Whoa! You found all the disco balls! Go ahead and climb up to the center of the spinning chamber. It should be working now. Heck yeah, let's do it. Alright, heading inside. Alright, with all 5 disco balls now in our possession, it will give us a crank that will allow us to activate it. Here we go! Huh? Did anything even happen? Yeah, did really seem like it. I was gonna ask, Nerd before using this again. I guess it's Nerd. I don't know. I can read better than Alexis, but sometimes I still struggle with the what? Ah! I've been transported to some kind of nightmare world! Wait, just a darn minute here. That's just that same taxidermy from before. But, well, did it work? I thought I felt something. Hey, you do look a little backwards there. You see, just like the name Wallow's Hollow is the same backwards as forwards. I mean, Wallow's Hollow, dang it! Don't tell anyone about that, Mistake Boy. They'll take away my license. Anyway, if you really flip the world, nobody will notice that but yourself, seeing we all flip too. But maybe you being flipped will make some sort of difference, I guess. Will it now? Oh, jeez. Okay, so yeah, so the spinning chamber did something super wacky, guys. We get inside, we've seen that we've transported from the GameCube version of Twilight Princess and then to the Wii version of Twilight Princess. Oh, no! Oh, jeez, yeah, everything is backwards. Everything, the whole world is now mirrored. Everything that was now, used to be to the left, is now to the right. It's all bonkers. It's all wrong. I don't understand. But supposedly this is going to help us defeat, this owl here at some point. How will it help us? Well, we're actually not gonna find out, right now. And we're not gonna find out in the next video either. Because in the next video, we're gonna go ahead and take that detour, so we can go ahead and collect all of the major collectibles, because now we've met all the criteria that we need to meet, so that we can go ahead and get all of our collectibles in one swoop. So, in the next video, we're gonna be collecting every piece of XP that there is to collect here in Wallow Hollow. Wait, I mean, Hollow Hollow. Darn it, don't kill me!